Hello and welcome back to Perfect Plan B, and in this tutorial we are going to look into the problem statements that were shared with you about the Python programming questions. So we'll be solving problem 1 for today. So the first problem is Python program to add two numbers. So you'll get some inputs like this, which is 5 and 3, and you'll have to show the output, which is the summation of these two numbers. So let's head over to our Colab notebook environment and solve this question. So the first thing is taking static inputs and printing the summation of them. So I'll take two inputs, which is my n1 and n2. I'll take n1 as 6 and n2 as 9 maybe, and I want to add them. So I want to add them and store them in a new variable. So I'm naming a new variable named sum, and I am adding them as n1 plus n2. Now to print this out, I'm using an f string. So I'll say print f, and I'll use the string. I'll say sum of n1 and n2 is sum. So if I just print this out, you're going to see the output, and it is sum of 6 and 9 is 15. Now this is not a very practical solution because we are not using the user input thing. So let me use that, and I'll use the input function to take the user input. Now I am again using this variable like let's say x equals to, and I am also going to convert it into floating point values because we don't want only integer additions, and by default the input function will take the input as string, so we have to convert it into float. So I'll say input and write enter first number and enter second number. Change the variable to y, and again I'm going to use this third variable. So I'll say sum equals to float of x plus float of y, and I'll again print it out. So I'll say print sum of x and y is sum. I missed out the f. Okay, if I just run this cell, you're going to see that it is asking me for some input. So I'm using 2.5 and maybe 3.5, so give me a 6.0. As you can see, we are adding the floating points as well. So I'm going to show you one more solution, which is using user defined functions. So I'm going to create a function named add. So I'll say def add, and I'm going to take two parameters since we have two inputs. So I'll say x comma y, and I'll write return float of x plus float of y. So I'm not using a third variable here. The lesser the variables, the faster your program works. Now I'm going to take the inputs. So let's say I'm taking n1 as input, saying first, and similarly I'll take a second input also. I'll name this variable n2, and finally all I need to do is I have to write print sum is equals, and I have to call the function which is add of n1 comma n2. If I just run this cell, you're going to see some of these two numbers. So let's say 20 and 15.3. So it is giving me 35.3. So this was all about the addition thing. You can try your own solutions, and if you have any queries, you can ask in your groups. I'll see you in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.